What's up, guys? We got something a little bit different today. We are making a vegan keto protein bowl. So when you're doing vegan keto or vegetarian keto, the real difficulty with that type of diet is getting your protein goals met without accumulating a lot of carbs along the way, because most vegan protein sources have some carbs in them. This is a really good recipe because it's high protein, low carb, and it can really get you headed in the right direction towards meeting your protein goal for the day. The key component of this dish is going to be tofu. I like using firm tofu. This is extra firm, and I do like buying the organic tofu whenever I do use tofu. I don't like getting like just traditional tofu. Another option you could go is using silken tofu. Now this will make it more of like a really thick smoothie. If you go with the firm tofu, you're gonna get more of like a bowl, kind of the consistency of like frozen yogurt-ish consistency. Like you're gonna be using a spoon to eat this. First things first, we're gonna throw in a half a block of tofu. Get some protein in there. This is one of those recipes where it's basically like you do your thing. You throw whatever you want in there. This is what I like. These are some of the vegan protein sources, fat sources that taste good in this concoction, but you can really use whatever you want. One thing I would say be sure to use is some chia seeds. That kind of thickens it up, gives it a cool consistency. We're gonna throw in a tablespoon of chia seeds. We're gonna throw in a half ounce of almonds. I'm just gonna eyeball this. It's about like 10 almonds, 12 almonds. 1 tablespoon of cacao nibs, and these are delicious. I love these. They're also like a pretty good source of fat, 7 grams of fat per 2 tablespoons. And then if you're doing vegan keto, get introduced to hemp seeds because these are incredible. They're 14 grams of fat, 10 grams of protein, less than 1 gram of carbs per 3 tablespoons. We're gonna do 2 tablespoons. Then for some additional protein, we're gonna use some protein powder. I'm gonna use a scoop. This is vegan protein powder. I get this on Amazon. I'll link this below. I did a lot of digging through all of the vegan protein powders they have on there, and this seems to be a pretty good cheap option. There's some more expensive options. This is 1 net carb per scoop. The protein sources in this is pea protein, brown rice protein, and pumpkin protein. So let's throw a scoop of this in there. This is chocolate flavored. And then we're gonna throw in a tablespoon of cocoa powder. This is kind of optional, but if you're going for like the chocolate flavor, I like to add it. We're gonna throw in 15 drops of stevia. That came out kind of fast. And for the liquid, we're gonna add a cup of unsweetened coconut milk. You can really use any kind of milk you want, flax milk, almond milk, any of those, cashew milk. We're gonna use coconut milk here. 1 cup gives it a really thick consistency. So obviously, if you add a little bit more, 2 cups, that'll give it more of a smoothie. 3 cups smoothie. 1 cup, power bowl. Now all that's left to do is blend it. Look at that. That's the consistency. It's very thick.
Ooh.
Get yourself a fancy bowl, pour it in. That's how thick it is. Mega loves foods that are this consistency. It's like her favorite thing. This is probably like 2 servings, I would even say. 2 big servings. Obviously, if you're not doing the vegan thing, you know, it's also dairy-free, but you know, feel free to put whey protein. You can use heavy cream. You can even throw some MCT oil in here if you are doing the vegan thing to up the fat a little bit, because this is mostly protein, but it does have some good fats in there too. Obviously, you don't just want to serve it up like this. So throw on some hemp seeds. We'll throw on a few almonds too. So let's give this thing a try. A nice thing about this is you get so much volume and it's a little bit less calorie dense than traditional keto foods would be. So just get in there. That is some good stuff. It's really like light and airy, kind of like a chocolate mousse. You can definitely taste the tofu just a little bit and in a good way. If you're not a fan of tofu, you might not like this, but if you're a vegan and you're trying to do keto, you like tofu. This is really good. You can even up the chocolate a little bit. I would say another tablespoon of cocoa powder would be totally fine in here. Even some more cacao nibs. So that is a vegan protein bowl. Vegan keto protein bowl. I might just eat this whole thing. Recipes linked below. Remember, pretty much throw whatever you want in this thing. The silken tofu will make it more of a smoothie. So if you want to make this into a smoothie, silken tofu, probably double the amount of coconut milk, you're good to go. But I would recommend first trying it as a protein bowl.